Hey everyone, my name is Chelsea and of course I have Max with me. So today I'm going to be doing a book haul video. So exciting. I freaking love book hauls, but like I haven't bought books very often in a long time until more recently. So the books I show you are going to be books that I've purchased from about February to now. Most of them are secondhand and or from book outlets, so it's kind of a collective book haul of me getting back into reading a lot and really buying books that I know I want to read. I look super girly today and it's like really weird. I crocheted this wrist warmer and I haven't gotten around to crocheting the other one, so I figured I'd go like Michael Jackson style and just go with one wrist warmer because it's cute and pink and matches all the cute pinkness today. Anyway, let's begin. Okay, so we've got 5 stacks of books. They're small stacks, but of different places and times when I got. So the first 2 books that I got from Goodwill. And first we have Girl Goddess No. 9 by Francesca Lia Block. And this was only 50 cents because the blue tags were half off on that day. And Francesca Lia Block's writing is also like fluid into each other. So if you like one of her books, you'll most likely like another one of her books. I haven't even read what it's about. I think it's a collection of stories. Yeah, 9 stories. But I just read Androgynous Blue Friend Who Lives in Her Closet and something about a ghost. No, that word I just imagined because I like to do that sometimes, my brain. Anyway, I'm really excited to read this because I have a small collection of her books. Yeah, they're great. Her writing's amazing and incredible. And then the other book that I picked up at Salvation Army, which actually prompted me to read The Walls Around Us, which I already owned, was Imaginary Girls by Nova Rensuma, and this was $1. Yeah, I had that book before, and I figured I'd pick this one up, and hopefully I would like the author, like, you know. But I've heard about it, and I've heard about the author, obviously. And it's just about discovering a dead body and sisters. I don't know, like, I didn't actually read the synopsis and fully grasp it in my mind before I decided to buy this, but I know for sure, especially because I loved The Walls Around Us, I will definitely be reading this. So the next little stack of books are some books that I picked up from Book Outlet, and I just realized I forgot one, but I'm not gonna go get it. So the first book that I got, I'll insert a picture here. It is a book about crocheting, and it was on sale for like $1. I got that book mostly from my mom because she's been into crocheting, and I mean, I've been into crocheting as well, but she's been really into it right now, so I wanted to get her a little present to like say, do it, do the fun, creative things, it's so good. This next book, okay, so I had actually filmed me unboxing this set of books, but I made a discovery that was not so pleasant, and it stuck with me the whole video, and I could not get over the fact that I bought a book in the store that I had ordered on Book Outlet and totally forgot that I ordered on Book Outlet. So when I opened that box and I saw it there, I was like, no, I just bought that at the store. So I had to return that. Anyway, and that was Hear the Wind Sing and Pinball 1973 by Haruki Murakami, which is 2 books, boom, in one, and it's actually his first 2 books. I believe they're a sequel to each other, but it's the first 2 books that he ever wrote, and I have read a couple of his books, and he is definitely one of my favorite authors, so I'm excited to see where he began and just to read more of his stuff because I definitely need to do that. But yeah, I totally forgot that I ordered this on Book Outlet, and so I had to return it to Barnes & Noble, which was actually good.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Which is actually kind of nice because then I was able to buy some more books with that money. The next book is Hexed by Michelle Chris, or Cries. And this was one that was around BookTube last 2 years ago. I don't know. Sasha from A Book Utopia was really like loving this book. And I love witch books, so I'm definitely... I didn't even read what it's about. It's about witches. That's all I need to know, and it's a YA. The next 2 books were the original reason why I made this order on Book Outlet, because I read the first book in the series and needed to pick up the next 2. So I picked up here Ravenflight and The Caller by Juliette Marillier, the 2 second and third books in this trilogy, and this one here is actually a library binding because they only had it in library binding and paperback, and I figured the library bind would look better next to the other 2 hardcovers, which is what this is, just a normal hardcover, And I'm glad I did because they do actually. They're the same size, it just doesn't have the dust jacket. Good decision on my part there. I am very excited to read these. In fact, I might pick up the next pretty soon. The first book I read of the year was Shadowfell, and it was a really incredible fantasy book, fantasy story that I really connected to, and I really can't wait to delve back into this world. So I'm really excited to read these 2 books. So those were my book outlet order books. After that, I went to a Salvation Army, which is my favorite Salvation Army. This one is my favorite because they always have something good. And in fact, they had 3 somethings good. So the first book I found was In the Lake of the Woods by Tim O'Brien. This is about, I believe, the Vietnam War again, like a person coming back from the Vietnam War and like dealing with their life after that. But I read the things they carried in high school, and I liked that book so much so that I actually bought it and read it again out of high school. So I really enjoyed his writing, and beautiful. So I really can't wait to read this one as well. I'm really excited to have found this there. The next book is one I already read, and unfortunately I did not like it as much as I expected. In fact, I really didn't like it. It was readable, but it wasn't very enjoyable. Anyway, that is Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore by Robin Sloan, which was on a huge thing on YouTube. You know, all the big booktubers were talking about it, and they loved it. I read it, and I didn't really like it. I have to still write a review about this, which will of course go up on my Goodreads and my blog. I really need to get to writing this review, but I didn't like this book. I will definitely be giving this either back to Goodwill or put it in like a little free library or something like that. And then the third book I found there was Ring by Koji Suzuki, which the top says, the cool cutting-edge thriller from Japan's new literary star. In general, I love Asian horror stories. The few Japanese authors I've read have also been some of my favorite. So I'm very excited to read this because it just looks super creepy. What is it about? A girl found dead and a journalist who becomes fixated on unraveling the cause of that death, and that is something I really like. So I'm very excited to read this one. Oh, it's actually a UK book. Okay, we're almost done with this book haul. We have a couple more. So with that one book that I returned to the store, I got $16 back, and with that $16 I was able to buy 2 new books. The first one being The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt, which was on my wish list for quite some time, and it was just one of those that I never, like, there was always something a little bit better that I'd want to pick up instead of this. And this was in the, like, bargain section. It was like $6 for this huge thing. Yeah, so I picked it up because I've wanted to read this book, and I'm really excited now to have it. Awesome. And then the other book that I picked up, which was one that I had been looking for because I'm trying to read more books about non-binary characters and trans people and issues and all stuff like that. So this book is The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin. I assume that's how you pronounce it. And it's actually a sci-fi book. It takes place on this planet where there is no gender. It's just about that, like the social system and alien minds, and dude, I'm so excited to read this book, like really excited. I should probably read it soon because I'm so excited to read it. Oh my gosh. The final book is one I actually picked up at a little free library in a nearby town because apparently one of the nearby cities, rather, has about 6 little free libraries throughout the town, and so I was able to visit one, and me and my mom dropped off a few books, a few children's books and adult books, and we were able to put them in there. It was so, I just love doing that kind of thing, like spreading books. And so there were quite a few in there, and I picked up The Cuckoo's Calling by Robert Galbraith, otherwise known as J.K. Rowling. I've heard mixed things about this, but I've only ever read the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling, so I am excited to see what kind of thing she can do with adult fiction. I know I had that other book of hers, oh, The Casual Vacancy. I still haven't read that. It's actually my mom's. I stole it from her, put it in my bookshelf, and never read it. So these are all the books that I picked up recently, minus 2 because my dog is using them as a pillow. But yeah, I'm excited to get to all of these, and I'm excited to be back into reading, man. It feels so good. It feels so good to want to read everything. And because I hate when I get in reading slumps because I know that's just not me. So now that I have all these great books and I have tons of other books, as you know, I'm really excited to keep on reading. I probably won't be buying any more books soon, except that I still have 1.5 Barnes & Noble gift cards, so like if I go to Barnes & Noble and see something, I'm not going to hold back. And obviously thrifting and stuff, I always check out the books. Cheap books are great books. Yeah, I'm going to focus more on reading what I already have and getting through them and really deciding once I've read it if it's worth keeping or not, which is something I'm really like proud of myself to be able to get to that point of, you know, letting go of books that maybe I liked but I didn't love. So that is it for this book haul. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've read any of these or you want to read any of these, or if you think any of these are so amazing that you think I should read them right away. And of course, if you want me to do a review on any of these, that would be awesome. Let me know and I will happily do that. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I will see you in my next. Bye!